Yep. Yep. You already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. You know what I mean? Washington, today was a good day in Washington sports. You know what I mean? A lot of wins today. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy about that. I'm happy that the Wizards got a good win to end their homestand. They finished the homestand 5-1 against the Hornets. And if you know our history, we've always had, for whatever reason, always had problems with the Charlotte Hornets. You know what I mean? So for us to get the win, close out the homestand in the right way, was definitely encouraging. You know what I mean? And we figured some things out. There's still a lot of things we got to work on, but I felt that our offense figured some things out, especially with the big three all contributing and helping us get the win, as well as some of our recent draft picks. You know what I'm saying? Just playing a good brand of basketball. Our starters really carried the team tonight, and we got the win. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy. And with that said, since we got the win, I'm going to start with the things that I didn't like about tonight's game. You know what I mean? And off jump, man, you know, the Hornets, they were hitting threes early in the game for sure. And they finished 8 for 32 from the line. So we tightened up on defense as the game went on. But initially, they were hitting some threes, and I definitely wasn't happy about that. You know what I mean? Also, the Hornets, they were winning the bench battle. I think they won that battle tonight. They won the bench battle tonight, but our bench, especially Gibson and Goodwin, made key contributions that might not show up on the box score like that. But I felt that we definitely recovered in regards to bench play as the game went on. You know what I mean? I thought in the second quarter, our offense started to get out of sync. We started to turn the ball over. We let the Hornets get back into the game, and we just weren't on point like we were when we started the game. You know what I mean? So, that's something that we've been having struggles with throughout the season, just being able to sustain for, a whole game of just efficient offense. And, it's going to be times where we're going to have tough, offensive output just because we're playing in this is the NBA, you know what I mean? So, it's still disheartening when we do struggle after starting the game well, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping we get better with that. And then while we were struggling on offense, the Hornets took an 8-0 run in the second quarter, and they took the lead, you know what I mean? So we had the game under control. Started off fast, but like in Wizards fashion, we let up and let the other team back in, and they took the lead for a little bit. You know what I mean? My old friend Kelly Oubre was doing a lot of good things for the Hornets tonight. He scored a little bit too much for my liking. He ended the game with 23 points. He was their leading scorer. You know what I mean? 7 rebounds. 23.7 rebounds, still in block. You know what I mean? Very nice stats tonight. You know what I mean? So I thought he was doing a little too much. And in the second quarter, he had a monster dunk that really, rocked the rim. You know what I mean? So, but fortunately, his output wasn't enough for the Hornets to get the win tonight. And, I liked how he played as a basketball fan, but as a Wizards fan, I wish we contained him more, but again, it wasn't enough for them to get the win. And then he scored 10 points in the third quarter as well. You know what I mean? So a lot of his points came in the third quarter. He got really hot in the third. You know what I mean? So he had a nice game, man. We turned the ball over a little bit too much, especially in the first half. We had 11 turnovers. We ended the game with 17 turnovers. So although we had 11 turnovers in the first half, we definitely tightened up, got better with the ball. Still need to get a lot better in regards to turnovers. But in the second half, we really closed the gap. I mean, we really took better care of the ball. You know what I mean? Bill in the first half had 5 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? 5 turnovers from our star player. You know this has been a problem throughout his career, and for it to rear its ugly head again today was quite disappointing. Fortunately, and in a good way, he had 5 turnovers for the whole game. So we turned the ball over 5 times in the first half, but really took care of the ball in the second half until he got hurt. You know what I mean? So and then he made some clutch shots. He made a lot of big plays tonight. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to give a player higher than a C grade if you have 4 more turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So, but he did have a good game. He contributed a lot. And he was definitely tough, you know what I mean? Just a lot of turnovers, and we need him to clean that up, you know what I mean? We started slow in the third quarter, you know what I mean, coming out of halftime after a good run to end the second quarter. Just started off slow, and the Hornets took advantage of that for a while, you know what I mean? So, again, we just got to stay a little bit more focused. And I just think as the season goes on, we're just going to get better and better at playing with one another and cutting down on the laws on offense. You know what I'm saying? And then we were 1 for 9 from the three-point line in the third quarter. And I felt like that was the worst quarter in regards to us shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a big night shooting threes tonight. But the third quarter was definitely a tough quarter for us. But we regrouped in the fourth quarter, and we really took control of the game and got the win. You know what I mean? So that's everything I disliked about tonight's game. You know what I mean? Not a crazy long list. You know what I'm saying? And not enough for them to get not enough for the Hornets to get the win. You know what I mean? So that's all that really matters. So let's go to the things that I did like about tonight's game. And I did like the fact that we started the game fast. We had great ball movement, and we got good shots because of the ball movement. So I definitely like that. Corey Kispert just getting more and more confident, which I anticipated from last season that he was going to become a much better shooter this season, and he's proven me right. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy with the development of Corey Kispert, and he's always been a smart player, always does the right thing on the court, but now he's adding a consistent jumper and a consistent three, and that's just going to bode well for us. You know what I mean? So I definitely like that. And he got the start tonight with Bradley Beal in the backcourt because Monte Morris was hurt tonight, as well as Rui Hachimura. He didn't play as well. You know what I mean? So to see that they were able to move the ball well, that might have contributed to Bradley Beal turning the ball over too much in the first half. But in the beginning of the game, they were moving the ball. All the players on the floor were moving the ball, and the shots were wide open, and we were getting good looks. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy about that. I felt like Bradley Beal, again, he had a great night until he got hurt, minus the turnovers. But he was scoring a lot. Second leading scorer, he ended up with 26 points. But he added 5 assists, 4 assists and 4 rebounds? Yeah, he added 5 assists and 4 rebounds, you know what I mean? Plus 4 on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So just doing a little bit of everything, playing really well. And, Dennis Smith Jr. was talking slick to him, and that seemed to wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Is that what it takes for Bradley Beal to play his best ball minus the turnovers? Then I hope other teams talk slick to him so he could just get into his groove and get to his game, because he was doing a lot of nice things tonight. He had the pretty ass cross, the cross up, you know what I mean? They hit the J, you know what I mean? It was just really nice, you know what I mean? So I definitely like that. And then he got a lot of steals, 5 steals tonight from Bradley Beal, and deflecting a lot. So for all the complaining about Bradley Beal not playing defense, he's definitely doing more this season on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? So definitely happy to see that he had 5 steals tonight, and they were very noticeable. You know what I mean? Sometimes the box score, you look back and be like, damn, man, he did all that. It just didn't feel like that. Nah, his hands was everywhere. He was stealing the ball, catching the Hornets sleeping, so I definitely like that, man. Porzingis, he started to hit the 3 early, but I felt he settled too much for threes tonight. But he did a lot of other things. He had, he only had 12 points, 4 for 19 shooting, so he had a tough game from the field tonight. But he made 2 clutch free throws at the end of the game. And the biggest contribution, besides the 8 rebounds, was he had 5 blocks tonight. So again, if he's always a presence on the floor, even if he's not having a good game from the field, just because of his size alone. You know what I'm saying? And when he uses it effectively and plays with a lot of energy, then he's even more of a factor for us tonight. And he did that tonight, even though he wasn't good on offense. He blocked a lot of shots and just was in the way of a lot of things that the Hornets were trying to do. So although he didn't have his best game tonight, he still had an effective game, and I still like what he did tonight overall, minus the turnovers. Because our big three tonight, I'm tired. It's hard for me. I keep saying big three. I don't want to say that because there were some real big threes in the past, but our best 3 players tonight turned the ball over too much. Kuzma had 4. Bradley had 5. You know what I mean? Porzingis had 4. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's 13 turnovers between the 3 of them. So that's unacceptable. But I'm hoping that they clean that up as the season goes along, man. But as long as Porzingis is contributing in other ways, like he was tonight, you got to give a tip of the cap to what he was doing tonight, especially on the defensive end. I like Kuzma's game tonight. I really felt he was a big part of why we won. The leading scorer tonight was very aggressive, taking the ball to the hoop, pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? He had 9 points in the first quarter. He started this fourth quarter hot after our terrible third quarter and really set the tone in the fourth quarter and helped us get this win tonight, man. So again, I just felt that this was one of the better games with all 3 of them playing together. You know what I'm saying? And again, KP didn't have his best game from the field, but if they can play like this and Porzingis shoots better from the field, they cut down on the turnovers, then this Wizards team is really going to be a problem. We're a top 6 team in the East right now, you know what I'm saying? And we haven't even played our best ball yet, you know what I'm saying? And now we know some of the teams in the East still are getting their things together too, but we could only worry about what we can do, you know what I'm saying? So for us to go 5-1 on this homestand and not always play our best basketball is extremely encouraging for our future, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely happy about that. I felt that Denny played a very good game tonight. 12 points, 13 big rebounds for us, and just beginning to get very comfortable in his role and what he needs to do for us. You know what I mean? Play defense, do the little things, score when he has an opportunity, get good rebounds. And that's what he did tonight, man. Just an all-around tough game. And his size and his athleticism is really beginning to show up. And he's really just beginning to get more and more comfortable every time I see him on the floor, man. So I really like what he's doing, and I really like what he did tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, and Denny had 8 points in the first quarter. Again, he ended the game with 12 points. But again, when he finds spots to make points, he takes advantage and he scores. You know what I mean? He's beginning to finish better at the rim, and he's hitting his 3 on a more consistent basis. So this is what us as Wizards fans have been looking to see from him, and he's beginning to deliver, man. So I'm definitely happy with the performance he had tonight. All 5 starters scored in the first quarter, so that goes to our great ball movement. You know what I mean? Passing up a decent shot to get a better shot. You know what I mean? So again, our offense is flowing. Again, we got to cut down on the turnovers, but our offense is moving the ball. We're getting better shots, and our 3-point team percentage is going way up, man. So I'm definitely happy about that. Our defense was extremely active throughout the game. Again, I already mentioned Beal's deflections and steals, but you know, Denny playing tough defense. We played great defense on Rozier tonight. We shut him down. I think Rozier only had 8 points, and a lot of those points, you know, he scored a couple of free throws and then maybe one layup in the fourth quarter, but for the most part, he was shut down, and he's really a Wizards killer, man. So for us to shut him down gives us a great chance to win, and that's exactly what happened tonight, man. So our defense was great tonight, for the most part, in my opinion. I felt we rebounded the ball very well tonight. We ended the game with 49 rebounds. They had 51 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? But we had key rebounds tonight when we needed them. And again, Denny Avdia as well as Kyle Kuzma both had double doubles tonight. So very good game from Kuzma and Denny in regards to rebounding, as well as the 8 rebounds that we got from Porzingis. So a good all-around effort rebounding the ball. And I already mentioned the block shots tonight. The team as a whole had 13 blocks. Porzingis had 5 of them. Porzingis had 5 blocks. Will Barton came off the bench, had 2 blocks. You know what I mean? So, again, just a great team effort, playing good defense, hands up, not letting them get anything easy, man. So I'm definitely happy about that. I felt, although don't show up in the box score, I felt Goodwin as well as Gibson coming in the game, giving us quality minutes off the bench, providing energy when our team was falling a little flat. It's good to know that Coach Unseld is willing to utilize his dogs, because Taj Gibson's a dog, man. I've seen enough. He's a dog, you know what I mean? OG, but he's a dog nonetheless. Goes in there and knows what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Goodwin, he goes in, touched the ball, a lot of deflections, a lot of disruption tonight. You know what I mean? And hitting his wide open threes, not doing too much and just running the point guard position effectively, man. So I'm just liking the way this team is coming together and being able to have multiple options coming off the bench, and the mix and match between bench and starters only makes us stronger. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely liking that, man. We ended the first quarter on an 11-4 run. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely good. Beal scored 10 straight points in the second quarter. You know what I mean? Had a big second quarter. Definitely put the team on his back. Again, just minus the turnovers, but Beal played decent. I mean, when you got 5 turnovers, it's hard for me to say you played very well. But, 5 steals, 5 assists, 26 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, this is a great Bradley Beal game minus the turnovers, man. So I'm definitely happy with just Bradley Beal. I already mentioned Gibson bringing great energy off the bench. And in the fourth quarter, when it looked nip and tuck, we just, when the whistle sounded and the clock started moving in the fourth, we decided that we were going to take control of this game and we're just going to win the game. And I felt for the most part that's exactly what happened. Yes, the Hornets did get close, and the final score may make it seem that it was closer than it really was. But I did feel that in the fourth quarter we really took control of the fourth. You know what I mean? So all in all, man, I'm just really happy with the performance of the Wizards these last few games, closing out teams that they're supposed to beat, because in the past seasons we would lose games against teams that we're supposed to beat. But this season we're beginning to win games we're supposed to win, minus the OKC game. You know what I mean? But even that game we lost on the last second shot. So we're playing great basketball. I'm hoping we can take this south when we go to Miami. They don't relax too much, get distracted and all that, you know what I mean? And just play a great game some great games next week, man. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this momentum carries on the road. And I'm also hopeful that Bradley Beal's not hurt too much and he has to miss more time, you know what I mean? The best 3 players on our team need to continue to play together and gel even more, so when it gets to the end of the season, we're a formidable opponent in the East, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm expecting. So again, I'm just looking forward to next week and hoping that we can continue the success that we've been having recently, you know what I mean? So anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If y'all enjoyed the content, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. At the Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter as well, at Wizards Review. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Instagram, Facebook, and on NBA 2K23 on the Xbox Series X and S. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, let's enjoy this win. Until the next game, I'll see y'all then. All right? Take care. Have a good night. Peace.